I mean, that could come out to a topic like this, you know, because we was talking about you ain't ugly, you just broke.
That's the thing. As a man, this is something, you know, that we gotta talk more about. You know, I've come to the realization, and we're gonna talk about this very quickly. But as a man, you're not unattractive. There's no such thing as an unattractive man. You're just broke. I'm so serious. You just don't make enough money yet. You just don't make, bro. Look at these rappers. Look at these rappers. Look at a lot of these famous rappers. Lil Baby. But I heard so many females talking about, I mean, that nigga ugly as hell. But like,
but she'll go.
He got dick sucking money. Bro, you got the type of money, bro. You're not ugly.
She will.
Yeah, exactly. She will. If the money right, if the paper right, bro, you could get any. Well, asterisk. I'm gonna put a little asterisk on that. Not anything, but you can get some of the things that you want. Yeah.
You might as well just say everything.
You can't get everything because some of these women is
buy your
fake.
way
The thing is, it's all about value. You know, nowadays it's like, and I kind of understand.
I think nowadays it's more about money.
It's value. It's
overall. There's still a lot of people with values though that money won't get them to budge.
It's overall value, and I feel like talking to a lot of the women I've spoken to and doing a lot of the analysis that I do, you know, it's like women weigh cheating on you like this. Long term, is me doing what I'm about to do with this guy over what I have with this guy? Is it worth losing what I have with this guy to do what I'm about to do with this guy? You know what I'm saying? Like, if they don't see that, you can have $100 million in the bank, but if she doesn't see, you know, potential for longevity with you, she's not gonna cheat on her man with you. But if she does, if her man is a beta male, very subservient, you know, he's very complacent, not really looking for nothing, not really doing nothing, not really going nowhere, she's gonna seek out that alpha male in someone else.
Yeah, that's true. Right?
And if that man allows her to keep walking on her, she's gonna, especially if that, well, she gets caught, say she gets caught, and you know, you say, you know what, babe, it's okay, I understand, you know, I get it. Never. You know what she's gonna go out and do? You know, there's men like that. Unfortunately, there are men like that.
I can never understand how a guy or even a girl can go for that level, man.
Well, the thing is,
like, yo, you just shattered my whole heart. But I forgive you. Don't do it again.
Don't do it again.
I definitely could understand it. I definitely could understand it because,
man.
Now this is me in a different.
Totally understand. You that type of guy?
No, I'm saying like I can understand why people forgive that. You know, because
there's no way.
People are fallible, bro. Humans are prone to.
I think it's the difference between a mistake and intentional. Like someone's intentionally,
hey, bro,
consistently.
I'm gonna say there's mistakes when it's coming to cheating. There's no oops, I fell in your dick. that shit don't happen, bro. The floor was wet. I was just walking by. I slipped, fell right in. I fell right there.
It's definitely a process behind that.
Well, the thing is, you know, and I've started to understand the psychology of cheaters a little more coming into, you know, like I said, adulthood and more or less like how I've aged. Like back in the day, I used to be hard on cheaters. You know, like they were hard on drugs, I was hard on cheaters, bro. You know, no, that's unacceptable, no matter what. But when you talk to these people that cheat, and you're like, well, what made you do it? No, I never really tried to understand what made you do it. Why were you doing that? Well, you know, and it's not an excuse, obviously. You know, problems in a relationship are not an excuse to go out and sleep with somebody else. But if you've addressed these issues and it's weird, you know, you love this person so much, but there's so many issues, they don't want to fix it, but you don't want to leave them because you love this person, and you have a moment where you kind of you make a decision. I feel like that when it's like
people are scared to change more than anything.
When it's a one kind of like.
You're so used to one type of living.
That's
you're so scared to change. Like, what's gonna happen once we leave? Once we move on?
Some people argue and fight every single day, all day long, and they still won't leave each other.
Yeah, and the thing is, too, some people can't afford to not be with that person.
That's also true.
Scared to change.
They don't know how to.
Yeah,
exactly.
They don't know how to just be by themselves. Some people need to be with somebody else all the time.
And that's also true. But it also could be just, and you know, men and women are fundamentally different in how we operate. You know, based on like our needs and our desires. Like men, if a man cheats, more than likely, you know, in the home, either one, he's just a horny nigga. And I mean, there's just
it's all about the body count.
You know, he cannot control
how many
himself.
can I fit in his gun, right? You know what I mean?
Or he's unfulfilled at home. You know, he's got a lady that, You know, she don't really care about what he care about. She don't really care about what he talking about. She's not really listening.
I
to
feel
him.
like if a man cheats, it's meaningless. But when a woman cheats, she like really means that shit. You know what I mean? Like she's out for
I don't wanna
like,
say
Not
it's
necessarily.
meaningless.
Not necessarily. Not in every case. So
Yeah.
more than women are men like about the physical, because men are, and this is this is kind of a generalization, but not the whole gender does this. Men more than likely cheat for physical reasons. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
nigga is horny. Nigga want, you know, he sees an opportunity.
it's all about the body count.
He takes it.
It's about the
But-
body count.
And women
No
are more.
self-control.
You know what's funny? I had a conversation. It's like it's all about the hunt.
That's
You know what I
true.
mean? That chase, the hunt. You know what I mean? The adrenaline of it.
Primal.
I'm about. You know, we're animals. You know, we see the deer. We're tigers in the wild. We're on the prowl. We're like, oh, look at that juicy meat. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, men are hunters. I mean, naturally.
we're hunters. Yeah,
We're hunters. But
we got a built-in spear.
He said we got a built. But we got that kind of primal like that need, because it comes from why men are so kind of loose with it sometimes. It's because we want to spread our seed. We want the highest chance of survival for as many of us as offspring as we can produce. That's why we can't stop having kids until we're like 80. You know, it's still, and that's, yeah.
I had 3 kids. I'm not ready for that. I'm not ready for it. Like,
But
I
I
don't
guarantee
have
you,
the
Josh,
Yeah.
I
It's
guarantee
been planted.
you still
I think
doing
it's
it
gonna
though.
stay there. You know?
You still, are you
I'm
still,
gonna let my trees grow before I start planting.
you still having conjugal visits with your wife? Are you still having conjugal visits with your wife?
Don't answer that.
I was gonna say Glenn, coming to year.
Because, but you still have 3 kids.
I plead the fifth.
You don't want any more, but you're still doing the same. You're still practicing because you know, PG.
Practicing.
Keep it PG. Keep
You
it
know,
PG.
I think
Because we still have that desire. We still have that kind of. We still have that need.
I think as you get, well, not just as you get older, because that doesn't mean anything. But I think as you start to get wiser and you start to realize that a piece of tail ain't really worth losing everything that you got.
built. Yeah,
Some
the
people
empire.
aren't wise enough to even you know, some people walk across the street texting, looking down on their phone, and they won't even look up. Like, I've seen people do that, right? But it's different when you have a lot to lose. And I feel like if you got a lot to lose, you're gonna pay attention. If you got
Walk
a kid
with your head
behind
up.
you,
Yeah.
you're gonna walk with your head up. If you got
Walk with
if
your
you
head
got
up.
a lot of things in your future, you're gonna walk with your heads up because you want to stay alive, right?
Yeah.
Same thing with, you know, a man who is easily persuaded and manipulated and pulled away with that type of stuff is, you know, it's not enough on the line for him or something. I don't know. Like I just, for me personally, I couldn't think of the fact of
Why would
just
I?
for that losing everything I got. Like, to me, it's hard. And when I was older, I mean, when I was younger, in my older days and younger days, like,
It was all about the body count.
you know, it's different, you know what I'm saying? But now, you know, thank God I've gotten wisdom, and the practice, you know, and the prayer, and, you know, just really seeking to be stronger in that area, it gives you more power. I feel like any man who has no self-control in that area, he's weak, really. Even with money, he's gonna lose it, you know what I'm saying? Because if you lose it to that,
Can't control yourself.
you can't control yourself. They're gonna,
I
that's
feel like
danger.
when you have a lot to live for, you
Yeah.
kind of more think
Yeah.
before you start to
You
react.
think wisely. Man.
Yeah.
But that's the thing.
Like,
though.
how is this going to affect
Yes, bro.
my life in the future?
And you know, I don't want to sound, you know, I want to keep it PG, but you know, a lot of times when you like done, you like,
Man, this shit
that's-
even worth
Oh, you
it.
got that post? You get the post.
damn, that was dumb.
You get the post play by play clarity.
You gotta be wise enough to remember that.
Mess up my
Sandpaper.
Like, man, I just wasted 30 minutes.
That's the
Dang,
thing,
man,
though.
could have been sleep.
You gotta think about you gotta think about the dynamics of the relationship. You gotta think about in your case, you're very fulfilled in your marriage. In your case, you're very fulfilled in your marriage. You guys are very happy. You guys are very content. You have no issue. You guys have women that work with you. You guys build together. You might have a disagreement And then, end of the day, one of you gonna apologize.
So
one or
so
both.
let me-
We don't apologize. We just walk up. Hey, baby,
So-
you
so-
good? You
so-
hungry? You hungry?
Gonna go get something to do.
You hungry? Look at me dead ass wrong, boy. You fight for 30 minutes. You go, hey, you hungry? I'm a little hungry. You hungry? With the McDonald's nuggets?
But there's
With a 4
resolution.
before, you know what I mean? Like,
Some men, this is just me speaking from a male perspective. Some men aren't getting that resolution. Some women aren't getting that resolution. They're, discontent with the relationship. They're not happy. They're unsatisfied. Maybe in the bedroom too, or maybe just in general, they're unsatisfied. And to fill that without losing what they have, they still want to fill that need. So you're reaching for two things at once. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to eat your cake, or what is it? The saying is like, have your cake and eat it too.
Yeah.
Have your cake and eat it too. You know what I'm saying?
Still feel like that's not wise though. That's still not
It's
good
not
enough because
wise.
you're still gonna end up losing, and it's gonna be worse.
Well, the thing is, in some cases, it's kind of a shell shock. When women cheat, especially, men wake up to reality. How many men have their success stories started with like success stories started with like, my girlfriend of 6 years cheated on me, and it made me realize that I'm a fucking loser. I live in my mom's basement. I play video games all day. Nothing wrong with that. Love video games, but I play video games all day. I don't do anything. I don't build anything. I wasn't going
it's different though.
anywhere.
You can't
But
say
yeah,
that.
but
Like, if you
yeah.
working, if you handling your shit, you go to work. You know
That's
what I mean?
the thing.
Monday through
Yeah,
Friday
exactly.
or Monday
That's
through
the-
Sunday,
that's
whatever it is.
different. That's
Well,
And
different.
you go home, play your video game, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But that's
But if you
different.
at home
You
and
ain't
you
doing nothing,
play
bro.
video games
You on T, bro.
for 8 hours a day,
Just expect that, bro.
You should expect.
Yeah, you kind of should expect
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
You
yeah.
should expect
Yeah.
that. I don't think you should expect that because nobody deserves to have that happen to them.
I'm just saying.
But at the
But
same time,
you're not
it's,
bringing nothing to the table,
ain't
bro.
bringing nothing.
exactly, it tells you to value up. And I've seen some beautiful relationships come out of, yes, the partner was
a struggle
unfaithful.
story is what you're saying, right?
Right. Well, yes, the partner was unfaithful at one point, but and it's something that trust, is earned in drops and lost in buckets.
So do you think there's a difference between someone who cheats and someone who's a cheater?
Yes, there's a big difference. Someone who cheats, someone who does it once, someone who makes a mistake because we are fallible
Again, you ain't no
humans.
mistake, though.
It's a mistake.
Well, if let's say someone did it one time, but it was enough to make him realize that, dang, I jacked it all up, right? Versus someone who they did it, but they don't
learn.
they don't it doesn't bother them. It doesn't make them lose sleep at night. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they can continue just doing it. I think that's on
That's
a
a
whole
cheater.
different level right there.
That's a completely different person.
That's a whole different level right
If you are a
Habitual.
cheater, you
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
habitual. Yeah, somebody been reading. Okay, good for you, bro. I see you, Josh.
a
I looked
big
it up in
word.
the
That's a
dictionary
big
last
word.
night.
Nah, you feel
I see he been talking with his kids.
Yeah.
They've been watching.
It's the word of the week.
Audio Torah.
He been watching PBS with his kids.
I
you
knew
know
we had a
what I'm saying?
podcast today, so I looked at the dictionary.
He picked the
All right,
word. He
this
said, "I gotta
word."
find how to use it."
Hey, it's on the paper on his lap. He's just waiting for the opportunity.
Finally.
You got a cheat sheet.
I fuck with it though. Kimani and them, you watching PBS and
That's it,
getting your
man.
education. Oh, okay.
I watched a lot of Sesame Street.
Line next levels, word of the week. Check it. But no, seriously, there is a big difference. There's a big difference between somebody who habitually cheats and who cheats one time, realizes their mistakes, and comes clean about it. You know what I'm saying? That takes a different level. I feel like I have more respect, but they're not respected.
Do you
And that
think it's
is
better to tell right away or just let them find out? Which one of y'all think is like the
I
worst?
think the tell is
Well,
the smarter thing to tell.
That's I mean, if
So
they
just
could
get
never
out the
find
way.
out.
So pull the Band-Aid off. You're saying pull the Band-Aid off, get out the way, let her know, and get ahead of it.
That's the thing.
Or are you like, man, I'm gonna take my chance, I'm gonna roll the dice, and then she
Hopefully she
find
find
out,
out.
she
Well,
don't
the
find
thing
out.
is,
You know,
it depends on what kind of person you are. Because if you're gonna lose sleep, then you can't really ever be in that relationship. Like
every
you know,
time your phone ring,
you know what I'm saying? Like, because
Put it
you
in
always
flip it upside
it's not
down.
worth
I mean, you gotta
it.
put the screen
Well,
down and shit. Like,
I feel what Glenn's saying. He's thinking about the psychology of somebody who's that's eating away at them. You have a conscience.
Because you got also in a relationship, you also got to take care of yourself. And if anything is making you as a person not feel, then you being in a relationship for no reason. Now you just there to be there, but you feel like crap all the time. It's like,
because your conscience eats away at you.
Yeah, it does. The conscience is a dangerous thing for
Very
for
powerful.
anybody.
That too, and then you start thinking that they doing it.
Exactly.
And you
So
become
now you starting
crazy.
to check their phone. And
Yeah,
like, yo,
your trust
they go-
issues
They
is-
go to the store, they're 3 minutes late back from what you timed out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, it's 30 minutes between your job and here. Where was you at?
Where you at for them?
It took
3
you 32 minutes to get home.
Traffic.
What's his name?
They got traffic around this
What's
time,
that
you know what I
nigga's
mean?
name?
Your conscience start playing mind games. Bro.
Yeah.
But that's the
Yeah.
thing.
That's how it is.
You know, I've talked to a lot of women who, you know, ended up leaving their boyfriends and stuff like that. And they're like, oh, he always accused me of cheating. But turns out he was
The
a
whole
cheater.
time it was cheating.
Turns out he cheated on me. Turns out, and I was like, oh, word.
That's usually what happens if somebody just keeps accusing you, and you just coming home, you know, work from home. They're usually the one that's guilty. You know,
Or they just got very low self-esteem.
Nah, that's well.
man, I've dealt with self-esteem issues, bro.
Well,
I've dealt with
overprotective.
self-esteem issues, but I'm saying like if this constantly. Oh, you cheat, bro. Usually you gonna be like, all right, let me go ahead and investigate a little bit
Yeah.
more because she just accusing too much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's
They're usually
pointing,
guilty, man.
pointing the finger a lot. But to bring that to a point, guys, you know, cheating is a very nuanced topic. You know, it's very. I think we should take it case by case. You know, I don't think we should crucify the person because
No,
everybody-
I don't think so either.
I feel like we make mistakes.
Something's unhappy.
Somebody's unhappy, and
Something's unhappy.
and to bring that to kind of
But
one of
it's
the
about
topics.
coming clean and restarting and
Get out of it.
Yes.
Get ahead of it.
Yeah, get ahead
Get out
of
of the
it.
way.